So if you've been around the channel for a while, you might know this. I love movies and I love going to the movie theater. I love seeing a movie for the first time in a theater. It's amazing. As a kid, it was like so exciting when the lights would come down and it's like, oh, it's starting, and it's like this feeling of not knowing what I'm going to see and not knowing what journey I'm going to take. It's an amazing feeling. But lately, going to the movie theaters, man, it kind of sucks lately. And let's go into some of the reasons why going to the movie theaters sucks right now. Now, first off, I'm just going to apologize because you know what? It's been a while since I've gone on a rant on this channel, and yeah, I feel like it's time. Now, this first section is going to be for the moviegoers. People like you and people like me. Hey, just some rules and tips so that everyone can enjoy the movies. Number one, shut up. Okay? Just shut up. All right? Look, you're not a comedian. Do you remember me giving you money on the way into the theater? Right? Do you remember that? No, you don't. You know why? Because it didn't happen. Okay? I don't need to listen to your stupid face. All right? Look, lately movies and some of the writers, they come off as kind of dumb. But you know what? I paid money to listen to what they have to say, not what you have to say. And here's another thing. What do you have to have explained to you? Look, I remember it wasn't too long ago. Jack Reacher, okay? Not exactly the most dense movie, the hardest movie to understand, but people behind me, he was explaining it to, I'm guessing, his wife or something. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you have to have movies explained to you, man, you really shouldn't be in the theater, at all. Now, lastly, in this little section of shut up is the genius, right? The guy that figures things out. He's like sitting there going, wow, yeah, or whatever, right? Stop it. Just stop it, okay? So, all right, there's the other day at Oppenheimer, right? There's a very, very famous quote by J. Robert Oppenheimer. He says, I am become death, destroyer of worlds, right? This guy, when it's said in the movie, he repeats it. Repeats it before he finishes it. Everybody around him is going to go, oh my God, you knew that? What? What's going on? Dude, nobody thinks you're smart, okay? You're in here just like the rest of us. Stop it. Just stop it. Do you need just validation for your intelligence or something? I guarantee you're not going to get really, really far in life by just quoting things in a movie. No one cares, so please just shut up. Now, in this next section, I'm going to call it stay off your stupid phone, because I just can't believe that in this day and age, we have to say this. We have to remind people that, hey, maybe respect others and not be on your phone. I actually had a guy in a screening about a year ago. He actually took a phone call sitting right next to me. He took a phone call in the middle of the movie. What is going on here? Stop it. Just stop it. Look, if it's so important that you have to be on your phone in the middle of a movie, you've got two things to think about. Number one, you're either addicted and you need help. Or two, you've got bigger fish to fry. You shouldn't be in a movie theater right now. And this last one might, depending on who you are, depending on the size of your family, you may have a problem with what I'm saying right now. But I'm just going to say it. Control your spawn. See, growing up, my parents taught me that, hey, when you're out in public, you have to respect everyone else. You might be angry or something. You may want something, but you know what? There's other people around you. You have to respect other people's lives, right? Don't butt into other people's lives. That's something I was taught at a very young age. For some reason, no one's teaching their kids that. Because, what was it? The Flash? It wasn't that long ago. There were two kids sitting next to my wife that wouldn't shut up. And she actually was like, can you stop? And I leaned forward and I went like this. And the kid gave me a dirty look. And I'm like, what's going on? And my wife said, oh, okay, well, I'll just talk to your parents. And they shut up for the rest of the movie. Guess what? It's great that they actually reacted that way. But come on. You should not have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Kids should be able to control themselves. like every other person in a movie theater. Hey. Now this next section is for the movie theaters, the actual chains, right? And you know what? In a lot of ways, I'm really enjoying what a lot of them have done. They've made multiple options, multiple different sizes of screens, the nice comfy chairs. There's even one near me that has it's almost like a little cubicle, and you're sitting in the cubicle, so you can't even see anybody else. And it blocks out a lot of other things. I mean, come on, you should still respect others, but it's kind of nice to have that little thing. But you know what? Movie theaters aren't perfect. I didn't know that movie theaters were taking tips from doctors. Actually, hey, a movie starts at a given time. Let's make them wait like 25 minutes before the movie starts. Another recent example, Oppenheimer. I sat down, it was 4:55. Before the movie starts, before the time, that you go wild. Whatever ads you want to run, like Coke and Sprite and local businesses. Sure, do that before the actual start time. No, they didn't do that. This was a Cinemark, and they were running commercials all the way up until 5:07. Then they played 17 minutes of trailers. 17 minutes for a 3-hour movie that started at 5 o'clock. It didn't actually start until 5:24. Stop that. Here's my question for the movie theater owners. Are you actually trying to push people to watch movies at home? Because guess what? When I'm watching something on Netflix, when I'm watching something, that I've purchased, rented or whatever, I don't have to watch advertisements. I don't. So stop showing me advertisements when the movie is supposed to be playing. Stop that. I get that the movie theaters need to play trailers for upcoming movies so that people will come back to the theater. I totally get it. I get it. I respect it. But this is way too much. This is way too much. So here's my suggestion. If a movie's supposed to start at 5 o'clock, you play commercials, any commercials. Marie Menounos or whatever her name is. Yeah, have her yapping on screen for as long as you want before the start time. When the start time comes up, you have 10 minutes. You got a 10-minute timer to play as many trailers as you can in that 10-minute period. And then, by 5:10, start the freaking movie that I paid for. Here's another suggestion for the movie theaters, and I have to say this. I feel like I have to say it because it's clear that they don't understand this, or maybe it's just the first time they're hearing it. So, hey, if this is your first time hearing it, here you go. You know those trailers that say, hey, if you're watching movies on a phone, you should be watching it in a movie theater? Or how about that famous Nicole Kidman ad where she's like, we make movies better and heartbreak feels good in a place like this? I'm already here. Who are you selling this to? This is an ad that should be played before, I don't know, Netflix movies or on TV or something. It just doesn't make any sense. It baffles me. It baffles me. You know what this is like? This is like a cop pulling over a guy, right? And he goes up to the guy and he says, hey, where you headed? He goes, oh, I'm headed to the grocery store. And he's like, you know what? Probably be quicker if you did it in a car. And the guy's like, I'm in a car. Why would you? I just don't get it. Why are you advertising to people that are already doing the thing that you want them to do? What is the point? What is the point of that? Stop wasting my time. This next section is for the movie studios because I feel like there's some things that need to be said. To the movie studios, quit making your trailers the same, like across the board the same, because I'm so sick of hearing covers of very famous songs, or taking a well-respected song, a song that maybe I like, and chopping it up and making it not make sense, because what you're doing is you're completely taking me out of the thing that you're trying to do. The trailer is not working for me because I'm sitting here trying to figure out what kind of stupid idea this was to chop up this song. Stop it. Stop it. Look, you might all be using the same marketing company, in which case, okay, I'll talk to that marketing company. Hey, guys, there's other ways that you can do this. Please, Please stop doing that. Please stop it. Please. I don't need to hear any more covers ever again. Stop it. Do something else. Try to figure out some other way to do it to, I don't know, maybe separate yourself from the pack. I can't stand it. Please stop doing that. And hey, movie studios, what's with the length of movies these days? I just don't get it. I don't understand why every movie has to be 2.5 hours long. I just don't understand. Now, some movies, look, Roger Ebert famously said that no bad movie is short enough and no good movie is long enough. I get that. But come on, lately, it just seems like the goal is to hit 2.5 hours. I don't understand this. I don't understand this from the point of view of just simple math. Because guess what? You have to pay, right? You have to pay to have your movies in all these theaters. Well, if your movie's 2.5, 2:45, 3 hours long, guess what? That means fewer screenings that you can get per day. So how about you shorten the movies a little bit and, I don't know, maybe alleviate the pressure in my bladder, and we can all have a good time. So please, shorten the movies, or hey, if it's going to be a 3-hour movie, add an intermission. Add an intermission, okay? I don't have a robotic bladder, okay? Please do me that favor. And hey, here's another thought that really has nothing to do with the theater experience, but how about you pay your writers and your actors, better? Because this is ridiculous. And it's a little tone deaf for one executive in particular to have his 2-year extension announced. What was it? $57 million announced on the day that the strike was supposed to happen, and then have the gall to go on and do an interview and say they need to quit being so disruptive. I wonder why they're angry, Bob. So look, this was fun. It was fun to get on here and rant a little bit. But look, there's probably more. There's probably tons more things that I haven't thought of. But I'm curious. What bothers you about going to the movie theater? I mean, other than the price, because I mean that's just a thing. But yeah, let's talk about it down in the comment section below, and it'll be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.